Have you ever felt stuck and wondered what is it that you truly want out of life? Well, today I'm going to help you to be able to find out your deepest desires that you want to be able to fulfill and how to get it done. So, understanding your true desires, that's the one thing that we got to be able to identify. Not the things that you need, but the things that you desire. And when you think about desire, I'm talking about going to sleep, being around friends and family, and you can't get it off of your mind. And you always want it. When you see it, you desire it. You wish that it was yours as well. And for me, it could be to go on vacation without having just to go for a week or a weekend. To be able to go on vacation to a one-way trip, and then once I'm tired, book a ticket to come back home once I'm ready. I desire that. And after hearing so many people that I've been listening to and being mentored by having this, it only showed me that it's possible. It's a desire of mine now. So now I'm shooting for this goal, and I want to be able to have the same exact feel out of life. And you can have the same. See, a lot of people get confused what the needs is and what between what a want. A need is like oxygen, water, to make sure that your bills paid, to keep the water on, keep the house. Those are needs. But the wants is like having the 8-bedroom house with 8 bathrooms in it, and having the car that's it's a Bentley, it's a Rolls Royce, it's a Lamborghini, it's a G-Wagon. Anything that you desire to actually have. And to be able to go to the bank and take $1 million cash out of there, you desire that. I don't know. I'm not telling you to go and be super thirsty for money, but it's the idea of saying, hey, I want to go do these things, and I know it takes money to go do it. So this is why I want to have it. I also want to be able to help more people, and also take more money to help more people. So that's the desires that are true, but not desiring the things that it takes to go get to that one. So I need you to identify, what is it that you want? How do you want life to look like? How many people do you want to help? Do you desire to help more people? Do you desire to be able to live in those type of fashions of the world? That's something that you have to go figure out. Now, what is your core beliefs? And now the core beliefs is something that you have to take in. Like, I believe these are my principles. Like, in order for me to do this, I need to do that. So for me, in order for me to go on vacation with my family for as long as we want to, I can't work my job to do just that. And the reason why, one, having a job, you have a fulfillment to make sure that you're there for a certain amount of time. And then I'm already capped out when I'm making 6 figures at the job. And I identified to do the things I want going to take a little bit more than 6 figures. So what do I do now? Take something else. This is what I happen to want to go do. Help more people. Now I have a desire to help more people. So with Vineyard to Go, I wanted to be able to help more people to be able to make more money for their business. And not just to stay in business for 3 to 5 years and then it's all over. And then you're working at a job and you always wishing woulda and you coulda. Where I created a company that helps those businesses to be able to flourish. So now I have this core belief of mine that I can help people. And me helping people is just a matter of a time that my wants get where I want to be able to where I want to go as well. And it feels so good. It's not something that's malicious at all. It's something that's just, I have a purpose here and I have the resources to be able to help there to get to the ultimate goal. So you can do the same. And what I'm saying right now, you have to identify what that core belief is to you. Go home, go journal down, go write down some of your thoughts, or write down the things that you truly want out of life. And if you had to go reverse engineer of what you want life to look like, how would you get paid every single day while having to work at things? And what is it that you truly like that you will go create some kind of income to be able to have for the rest of your life and be happy with it? And literally be happy with it by helping more people or helping yourself or whatever that is. But write these things down and go evaluate it every single time. Like, I think about the job that I currently got. Like, I remember when I was making $9 an hour at the same company to now making 64, right? And it feels so good to be able to look at how I got to that point. And the way I got to that point was simple. It was, I had a desire in my head to say, hey, by any means necessary, I'm going to make this happen. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to put action behind every single thing that I do. And then what I end up doing, I built relationships. Relationships is key to be able to get to your wants as well. So over the period of time, I got to know all the instructors, all the people that was in my class, and everybody had a major role to play into the way that I got in, because it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. That's what you said. But that's the biggest lie. It's really about who knows you. And when you can get that in your brain and having more people to know who you are, that's when the doors truly open up. A lot of people think it's about who you know. Well, I'll be happy to say I know who Bill Gates is, Mark Zuckerberg, I know Jeff Bezos, I know Ed Bastian. But it does nothing for me because they don't know who I am. So I'm not able to leverage them by any means of adding value to their life where they can add a value to mine. So if that resonates with you, take that in for yourself. But another thing that I also did, I took away all of my ego and pride, right? I was willing to go knock on the doors and have myself very vulnerable to be able to tell whoever that leader was that I was interested in the job at that time. And I put my name I put my face with my resume and my name. And now they can actually say, hey, I know that guy. He seemed like a very respectable and a very eager individual, like coachable as well. This only puts you at the top to be able to get seen first. So some things that you got to be able to do in order to get to these wants. It's not just being able to do the job. There's some things that you could take out of it. So relationships should be one of your biggest things. But also be very vulnerable and putting your pride aside by allowing people to know what you're interested in. What is it that you truly want? Because when those opportunities come up, they want to be able to say, hey, such and such was just talking about that. Do you mind if I get your contact or exchange? People will speak for you. They become your sponsors. And once they become your sponsors, the world opens up. Ah, it feels so good. Can't you hear the audience just screaming? It feels so good. But at the end of the day, like this, you can have that same feel too. So I enjoyed, I had that feel. I knew what it felt like when I got the phone call and my whole life changed. I went from $15,000 a year to way more than that. Ain't none of your business. I ain't gonna tell you how much money I'm making now, but to way more than that, right? Where life is great, but it's still capped. Now, I'm talking in this video being very vulnerable with you. I have a desire to want to be able to help more people, to be able to get to the ultimate satisfaction of living heaven on earth without actually having to pass, right? So I have a company called Vineyard to Go. And with this company, we're helping these brick and mortar businesses to be able to thrive a lot more and get more foot traffic and create another stream of income by renting out their space. I spent a life journey on building this company to be able to do just that, fulfill this need. So that's what we're doing now. And it costs them nothing to be able to get started. Now you ask like, oh, well, You had money. I had nothing. I bootstrapped everything. I didn't have the know-how or understanding OPM, other people's money. I didn't have the relationships in the business space at that time when I built this idea. But what I did, I had the idea of knowing to put my pride and ego to the side and be vulnerable and allowing people to know what it is that I was interested in. So I started making phone calls and I got developers. I built the business from scratch. After I built the business, I created a beta version and the MVP, and they tested it out. And I was like, wow, this is a need and people actually like it. They told me what we could add and change in it. We added and we changed it, and then boom, Vineyard to Go came up. We trademarked, we finalized. We're ready to see and hit the market. And there's still more to be able to get done. But long story short to say it, I did not allow any excuses to get in the way of the thing that I want, because I know what my why is. So the last thing I will talk about, have a strong enough why. When you feel tired and you feel like you got it, you feel tired and you feel like you have an excuse, this might be an opportunity for you to be able to check yourself and see, why is it that you want the things that you desire out of life? For me, I look at my family. Absolutely. My wife, my kids, my parents. I look at them and I want them to have the life that they only imagine, that they see other people on TV to be able to have. And I'm not talking about the money and the flashy things. I'm talking about they go out the country for however how long they want, to be able to not have to worry about a bill. And I'm talking about to add the French doors onto the house. The house is paid off in full, and then they got enough money to be able to even have an investment house, and that house is paying them more money to be able to do the things that they want. Like, I desire that. Why? Because it's possible. I'm actually looking and exposing myself with more people that's doing those things, so I can know that it's possible. And because it's possible, it's there for me to achieve it. So I hope that this really truly helped you discover what is it that you really want and how to be able to get that. Now, what I want you to do though, I want you to make sure that you subscribe to this page. I have a lot more things that you can check out. I'm actually have a series that's out called On the Road to Six Figures. And I'm going through my whole journey of getting my first 6 figures with Vineyard to Go, with my business. And I want you to check it out so you can add those same things into your business. And you can see some of my mistakes so you don't have to do them. And you can see some of the things that I did great so you can go do them a lot faster. So if you love what I got going on right now, make sure you like, comment, share, and most important, subscribe. So once again, thank you for rolling with Jones.